Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, today's Mother's Day, so I'm going to start off by saying Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and hope you're having a great day. And if my mom's watching out there, Happy Mother's Day. She's recently moved away, so she's I don't know, I think she's about 6-8 hours away. I'm not a good son, I haven't been down there to see her yet, but anyways, if you're watching this, Happy Mother's Day, Mom. What am I going to do? Well, before I left, I grafted 40 cells into this starter finisher. Now, I've been gone for what should have been 6 days, turned out to be almost 7. So I'm not sure what I'm going to find in here, but anything's expected. So this X-Acto knife isn't exactly something that you normally see me use out here in the apiary, but I'm thinking I might need it today. So I don't know. We're going to look in here together, but Bob, if you're watching, look at all the bees flying around. Not a single one is trying to attack me, so I'd still find that queen, get rid of that genetics there. But interesting flight. So I was down in South Carolina for the last, I guess it's been what? Well, week, 7 days. I left Sunday, got back on a Sunday morning. The airline industry, all I'm going to say is, man, I used to be pretty proud to say that I was a pilot, and I was one of the individuals that helped form that industry, but that industry has sure gone downhill in the last 4 years. So not going to get into that, but this is a beekeeping video. So let me get my veil on. I got my smoker going. Let's get in here and see how many cells we've got. And they're all going to go into here. So it's 25 degrees outside here today. It's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, without further ado, got my bee brush, throw my veil on, and let's see how many cells we got. Well, that was a full pail when I left. It's empty. Now, with all the fires, excuse everybody for everything here. One of the things that happened is my luggage was lost and my CPAP was gone with it. So last night was the first night in a few years that I slept without a CPAP. And actually, give me 1 second. So just before I get right into these, I've got 2 more frames here primed up with another 40 cells. I'm going to drop in there so they can polish it. And we'll do it all over again. So this would be the stage where you have to be really, really careful with these cells. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 out of 20. That's not too bad. On the first frame anyways. Really nice looking cells. go there, little one. Like I say, you want to be super careful here right now. The way these cups work is if you give them a bit of a turn, they come right out of that bar. And back to that one. Now, that's where this comes in. So this is what happens if you leave them in there too long. They start to build this burr comb. But if you look up against the sun and your knife is good and sharp, you can clean that up. And if you drop that right back down inside, they will use that to make a bit more stuff there. So, and then just pop the cell out. So I had 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had 9 out of 10 on that bar. That's quite acceptable. I'm just going to drop this frame in there so they can start working on it. Start cleaning it. And now we'll work on the second bar here. So 8 out of 10 on the second one. Once again, quite acceptable. Now you notice these are green. So I have some customers that have asked for some Italian queens. And in one of my orders there, I got a couple Italians. So I don't know what the stock is like. Now I've let my customers know that I'm going to graft them some Italians. But my disclaimer is I have no idea what kind of Italians they are. And here it looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the top one, and 10 out of 10 on the bottom, so 100% on the bottom one. There you can see there. Now, I know I'm going to get some comments. How come I only put 10 frames on there? You know, you could probably put 15. You're right, I could. I could probably put 15. However, I can handle 40 queens at a time, and I find that with a couple fewer cells on the bars, I find I get better queens. So, show you here, just gonna clean up some of this wax, but you just grab the cup, give the cup a quarter turn, and the cell comes right out. Super careful. It's 25 degrees Celsius out here today, so I'm not too concerned about temperature. So one cell didn't take on that wire. I'm just going to drop this one back in, get them getting going on it. And I'll get them another pail of food as well. And all 10 cells. Pretty nice, isn't it? I'm going to trim that one up a little bit. All right. I'm going to get them, well, let's take a look because I want to make sure they got something to be working on. that's honey. Okay, I'll have to get them some more pollen patties, because these are all nurse bees, so there is lots in there. In fact, let's just open that up and let me see if I can show you what I've got beside those frames. So I know a lot of you have been trying to graft, but haven't been overly successful. So if I could give you a little tidbit. So lots of bees, but you see, that's mainly pollen and nectar in all of there. And well, I got them out, so lots of bees that are hatching out. There shouldn't be anything that they're hiding on here, because I did put this together about 4 days prior. All right, let's make some room. See how they're on those cups polishing already? So hatching brood and pollen. Hatching brood and nectar. But really notice the number of bees. That is key. That's all honey. If you think you have enough bees, shake some more in until you know you have enough. These are all hatching, and most of these here are hatching with brand spanking new bees. It's really important you set your colony up correctly. Been marking queens, can you tell? Because if you don't set your colony up correctly, you are not going to be successful. So this is all pollen and nectar, and this is all pollen and nectar, and that's right beside the grafting frame. So that is important. Pollen and nectar. Like, I'm going to bring this around so you can see try to show you the pollen on it. Like, I don't know if you can see, it is packed full of pollen. Look at it in there. And that's what you want right beside your grafting frames. Let's get these girls back in there and get them polishing. So I'll let them polish these cups at a minimum 4 or 5 hours, and no longer than about overnight. So today's Mother's Day, and I've been gone for a bit, so I'm not planning on coming back out here tonight, but I will be back out tomorrow. So I'll leave them overnight. We'll graft into them tomorrow. Let me get a pollen patty for these girls. So this one had 2 pounds of pollen on it earlier. Excuse me, ladies. And I'll make sure it's got another pound of pollen when I go to put the frames back in. So I'll take these back, recharge them. And if you're wondering where I bought the frames, I didn't. I'm a woodworker. I built my own frames. That way I get what I want, how I want it, the spacing I want. I can kind of control everything that way. All right, and I'm going to get them another bucket. We're on here. Put my chair away. And my tools. All right, let me recap here, clean up my mess. So here is our final product. So that's 36 out of 40, so a 90% take. Alrighty, I'm going to get these back and get them into the incubator. But once again, thanks for watching, everybody. Let's get out of this thing, you know, because I'm not in Bob's yard. Thank you for watching. Happy Mother's Day, and I hope you and your mom have a great day. I'm going to go get these 36 moms into the incubator. So a little bit warm, so I'm going to turn this down a little bit. About 34, 35 degrees. There we go. We'll set it for 34. And we'll let her go. I'll come back and check it in a minute. So 36 might be a little bit warm, but I'm pretty sure it'll cool down. This is just a damp, moist cloth, and I'll keep that moist every morning. So I don't want to get it too warm, so I'm looking for about 34, 35 degrees. All right, I'll come back and check on it in a bit. Queens are ready to go.